I'm Chris Nelson.
I knew. I was scared to come over here, Chris.
I left TV news and weather to go on an adventure and find interesting people. A town isn't just a town on a map. It has stories to tell. Downtowns to see. Guess where I'm at? I am in Norris Springs, Iowa. And people to meet. It's Town to Town with Chris Nelson.
Mitchell County Regional Health Center, Osage, St. Ansgar, Riceville. Appointment same day or next day. Mitchell County Regional Health Center, your trusted healthcare partner for life.
Northwood, Iowa. Unassuming. Quaint. Compelling. Fewer than 2,000 people live in Worth County's largest city and the county seat. It's a charming community founded just before the Civil War in the 1950s. From the downtown to the businesses, there's a reason all this exists today. What makes Northwood a special community?
The people.
Well, come on for another adventure as we feature Northwood, Iowa. It's this version of Town to Town with Chris Nelson. Our journey starts today with the agricultural roots of this farming community. There's Tom. His parents, Alan and Joanne, are the founders of 88 Enterprises. And it all began with plastic-coated steel products in 1974. Today, it's expanded into a vision that not only helps the state of Iowa and the U.S., but ultimately the world.
And we had stumbled on a product that a farmer had invented that just changed the way animals were raised. And so we sold the construction side of the business and we started selling this flooring product that basically raised the animals up off the ground, not of their own mess, and a lot less injuries, a lot less disease.
Tom is now the president and CEO, taking over the company in 2001. The focus here is customer service, product excellence, and an attitude to never stop improving.
And when we were manufacturing it, back in the 70s and 80s, we were in Minnesota in about 5 little locations. Each location did another thing. And it came to a point where we said, either we got to go big or go home. And we started looking for locations to move to and build. And we settled on Northwood because Northwood was a community that was more central to our customers, had a really good work ethic, it was the right size, it had everything we wanted. And we built here in 93 and built again in 2016.
Getting to know Tom and the business, I was really impressed with the extent of that customer service. I had recently learned that Tom drove to Texas with another employee to make sure one of their customers received an important shipment on time. Despite their global reach, 88 focuses on hometown and their country.
Crisis, this town comes together. Whenever, it's a small town. You have the small town work ethic. We brag about being made in America. Well, there's nothing more America than a small town in Iowa. And we have that small town work ethic that we just rely on, and our guys will put out more and do more than anybody else in the country.
You could say the American dream is still alive in Northwood. So much so, there's actually an international airport in this tiny town. Okay, not really, but my videographer Christina, owner of Captured Portraits by Christina, had to check it out. We smiled and smelled and headed west eventually toward the heart of the community. I feel like the history makes Northwood really special.
Well, I'm from Kansas, so I would not be that impressed.
Who invited her? Those ladies are not only funny, they're great storytellers and form part of the Worth County Historical Society. And they guided me through the colorful chapters of Northwood's past, which is their personal stories as well. There's a lot of people that go to cities.
My grandfather came from Norway, our family is here, and we didn't leave.
Yeah, that's probably...
Amanda, our tour guide of the past and runs the organization, offered to get a little more in depth with us. Yeah, if you're from here, there's a good, you have past generations here, there's a good chance that you're going to know someone or something that's put up here.
And kids want to get out of town, they move away. I have noticed there's a trend, they're coming back.
They are. One historical highlight of this museum?
Well, downstairs we have a Civil War chaplain's grave, which is my favorite.
Okay.
We've also had ghost hunters in here that have heard a bugle being played beside the chaplain's coat.
So this is a chaplain's coat, right? From the Civil War in 1863. Civil War, 1863, chaplain's coat. I mean, just think about that. What this has all been through. This simple site is home to extraordinary pieces, antiques, and relics that have a special place from the community's past. Welcome to the pain room. This is the dentist room. When you're done inside, step into the fresh air outside the museum and you'll find these gems, 5 preserved pieces of Northwood's past. Many tourists and townspeople have experienced days long gone through these buildings.
In 2018, so we bought the building, remodeled it. It looks nothing like it used to, so it's completely redone. It was really cool when we opened up a lot of the walls. We found, original details.
Brittany Lau does a lot of remodeling in her own special way. She helps dreams come true for those wanting to plan that perfect wedding. She's the owner and the bridal shop, Fringe and Lace by Brittany. Bridezilla, groom stories that you can share since being here? Anything that just, you're like, oh my gosh, this one time. We get right to the heart of the matter, don't we? Unfortunately, there are no Bridezilla stories to share. At least, not with me. Brittany's been creating wedded bliss for the past 4 years in February, and 3 since she's moved to the spot. Her claim to fame may very well be how she gets the groomsmen to show up for their tuxedo fittings.
Particular date, and we say on this day, this Wednesday, bring your whole groomsmen, bring your whole party. You're more than welcome to bring a case of beer to share with everybody, and let's actually make it a fun event. Let's pick a date, get them in the store. They have fun with it, and it really it puts the pressure on everybody in the wedding party to actually show up. So that's the date. Then you're not, everybody comes, they have fun, we get measured, do all that, and then I usually send them across the street to a brewery or around the corner, bowling alley or somewhere. We make it an event.
Aside from tuxedo rentals and bridal dresses, Lau offers other services.
So what's unique about our store is, as of now, we're still able to do outside alterations. What that means is if you purchase your dress elsewhere, you can still bring it to us for us to alter. Super simple. You can actually book an appointment right on our website, which is nice and easy because then you can compare your schedule with my schedule. All of my openings and availability is on there, which is really nice.
Remember when Brittany mentioned sending the guys next door? Hi there.
What do you need?
You have any Coke?
Yes, we do.
Oh, a Coke. I'm not much of a drinker. She gets some lottery tickets too. Where's the Price is Right today? Usually Price is Right is on.
That's what I usually have on.
Oh, that's what you have on.
10 will have it. Younger Russell.
Thank you. Until next time. And just as unique as this drive-thru is the customers who have found themselves here as well.
The Gens family comes down here on a hay ride, and they pull up and they go to the window, and they get stuff to go out through the window on a hay wagon. We've had a horse. Somebody came up here on a horse. We've had campers pull up here. A lot of people walk up and get something to do.
So it's not just by a traditional car. You'll have anyone come up in the drive-thru.
Oh yeah, we don't care. Some people will pull up on the wrong side, so the passenger will be on this side because the driver doesn't know what the passenger wants. We've had all kinds of people.
You could call this a perk of small-town America. It's the first time I've ever gone through a drive-thru at a liquor store, and this one was open and is operated by Teresa. The entrepreneur bug is likely a family thing. Her parents owned their own business back in the 60s and sold it roughly 40 years later. Teresa opened a bar in town for a while as well. Currently owns 4 buildings, including Shade Tree Liquors. Shade Tree celebrated 20 years this fall. 20 years, Teresa, 20 years.
20 years.
What? I mean, I think it's crazy that you can get 20 years in a small town in a liquor store. What makes you so successful? She credits the loyal customers and people in the community for keeping her business up and running. It's reason to celebrate. Ay, caramba! A lot of booze.
Well, I had a party last Friday in here. I had gave away a bunch of promotional items, can koozies and cups and keychains and stuff like that. And gave my mom made cookies. And then Mr. Taco and slash Happy Donkey from Mesa City, they actually donated a bunch of tacos for us to give away. So yeah, so that was kind of fun. So we had all that. I did not know that was happening until they showed up.
But that's what makes Northwood special.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Happy and what donkey? Well, it's those stories that shape towns like Northwood, drawing in visitors like me and keeping others around for a lifetime. I cannot believe a community like Northwood can sustain a liquor store and do as well. What do you think? Why do you think that is?
I think it has one to do with Teresa. Teresa is an amazing person. She works immensely with the community. She's just, just overall good person, good heart, and it just says a lot about this place in general. People, I believe, a lot of them patronize for the fact of who Teresa is and what she stands for. Also, too, it's like I think she's just very business savvy. It's like the place and location of this liquor store is just amazing. It's like you're right on 65. The upkeep of it, she even listens to all the customers. If somebody sees something that they want and it's not here, all they do is talk to Teresa and she gets them what they want.
Staff here believe their boss is key to their success now and likely in the future. For Teresa, it's also not forgetting the people of the past.
We're in Rick's Beer Cave. I did it for Rick Lau. He owned this place, gas station, for 60 years, I think it was. And then I bought it from him, and so he always said that he had the best, coldest beer in town. So this is Beer Cave for Rick.
Next week on part 2 of Town to Town, Northwood, Iowa. What's the most expensive house that you've sold so far this year?
I've been working in the bowling alley since I was 14.
Why did you pick this career?
Well,
So Jennifer, this is my first time here, and this back porch seems like a hidden gem. Join us next Sunday for part 2. I'm Chris Nelson. Keep looking up, and God bless.